Hi everyone, welcome back to Lavendaire. It's so good to see you again. It's time for May favorites. So I gotta be honest, I feel like this past month I've been pretty uninspired. I've just been going through this weird rut, but on the bright side of things, it means that I took a lot of time to find new inspiration and new resources. And yeah, so I have a lot of those to share with you. But I did make a podcast episode on what to do when you're feeling uninspired. So I'll leave the link to that below. But yeah, it dragged on for like the month, and I'm just accepting it as a time where I just kind of have to reevaluate myself, what I'm doing, just recalibrate my goals, and just find simple little things that can make me happy, little things that I can do that will inspire me. Anyway, let's jump into the favorites. So first favorite of the month is an audiobook, You Are a Badass at Making Money by Jen Sincero. I love this audiobook so much. I don't want it to end. I'm like almost done with it. And Jen Sincero, I listened to her first book, You Are a Badass, but this second book, I love it so much more. Maybe because it's more relatable to me, maybe because I have a lot to learn and grow in the money mindset department. So yeah, if you feel like you're in a place where you kind of have negative views about money, you kind of, maybe you hold yourself back from making money because you think that it's dirty or it's negative or you don't want to seem greedy, whatever it is, like this book will help you shift your mindset into a more positive one to invite more abundance into your life, because money is actually just a resource. It's just a tool. It's really the people behind the money that does things that are either good or bad. So it's not the money that's the problem, it's the people, but that's another story. Anyway, money is empowering and it's something that we all deserve. So definitely check out this audiobook if you want some inspiration to make more money. My second favorite book of the month is The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, and this book is like a classic for all creatives and artists. I think it was written in the 90s. So if you guys are familiar with morning pages, I talk about that a lot on my channel. Morning pages comes from this book, The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. So I decided to start The Artist's Way because it's one of those books that I've heard about for years, but I never really decided to read it. And I was at a party where an actor friend of mine told me that he recently finished reading The Artist's Way and going through the whole program, and it changed his life. So I took it as a sign that I should try doing it too, since I've been feeling like uninspired and in a rut. So I'm on like week 2 of the program. It's like a 12-week process. Every week there's different exercises and journaling prompts to help you unblock your creative channels. So yeah, if you're a creative going through the same thing, some kind of rut, then this is your sign to read The Artist's Way. Next up, I have some favorites in skincare. So I've been using this New Dew toner and moisturizer almost every single day. I took it with me to my travels in Europe, to Coachella, to San Francisco. It's like perfect travel size, but most importantly, I love the smell of it. So New Dew is an all-natural beauty brand based in New Zealand. So I think they source their ingredients from New Zealand. So it's very unique, the ingredients they use, and the smell is just so unique. It's sweet and florally at the same time. And I just really think it refreshes my skin. So it's a good change up from the normal Korean beauty brands that I normally use. And I love that I'm discovering more and more natural beauty brands, because I think that's the direction that we all should go into, cruelty-free and all that stuff. Another product I've been loving is this Eva NYC hair mask. I actually got a sample size of this mask in January when I went to Gen Beauty, this beauty event, and I loved it. It's like with my hair, since it's colored and it's bleached, it's really hard for me to find a mask that I really like, a mask that like really transforms how my hair feels, and this mask is one of those amazing ones. So I definitely know I'm gonna be repurchasing this mask because it's like one of my new staples. All right, now I'm gonna move on to my favorite media from the month. So things that I've been obsessed with. Number 1, Terrace House, Boys and Girls in the City on Netflix. There was like a good few weekends where I was like marathoning Terrace House like all day, way into the night, like 3-4 a.m. So I'm a person that I don't really like to watch that many shows. I try not to watch that much TV, but if I get into a show, like I get addicted. And maybe that's why I try to stay away from stuff. But anyway, I got a couple friends that got me into watching Terrace House, so that happened. I like hibernated for a couple weekends to watch it and I loved it. And it's just, I mean, it's a Japanese reality show where 6 strangers move into a house and you just watch their lifestyles evolve. And I think it's really interesting just because you get to see the Japanese culture, the way of living, how they're so polite and they cook for each other. And it just makes me want to go back to Japan and eat everything and I don't know, live that life, because it just looks so fun. Basically, it's like I'm living vicariously through these people that I'm watching. Yeah. Another media resource I've been really inspired by, and I actually found out about this guy through someone in our Facebook group, is Taylor Cut Films. I'm not sure if you guys heard of him. He's pretty big on Instagram. He has a YouTube channel where he makes films, like travel films, just they're like works of art. So as a videographer and an editor, I really love to look at other people's work that inspires me and try to learn what they do, their techniques of editing and shooting. And after like learning more about him, I realized that he was a videographer or filmmaker for a lot of music artists. So he did stuff for like Usher, the Chainsmokers, etc. More importantly, he has editing tutorials on his YouTube channel. So if any of you guys are out there, you want to make some cool films or cool vlogs, I'll link his whole playlist of tutorials down below because I watched like every single video in one night and I learned a lot. So it was just a really good resource. My last media favorite of the month is called the Tea Party Podcast. And this is a podcast hosted by 2 music guys in the UK. One of them's a DJ, one of them's a producer. And I only listened to their first 2 episodes. I recommend you start with the first episode, skip the first 5 minutes, and then listen to the episode. It's basically a good podcast for you if you are a creative, whether you're in music or whatever industry. The first episode is really interesting because you get a behind the scenes look at the music industry, because these guys have worked with a lot of big names like Alicia Keys, Rihanna, and a bunch of other people. Just listening to their stories and also listening to their journeys and the lessons they learned along the way. Because the producer, I think they said he started out as like an intern. He was like getting coffee, just doing the dirty work for the record label. And then 9 months later, he won a Grammy for working on Rihanna's album. So it's really interesting. And he also mentioned The Slight Edge, which is a book that I love. So yeah, that was a source of inspiration for me this past month. Side note, I actually had like an interesting moment of synchronicity regarding this podcast. So I found out about this podcast because I was telling my DJ friend like, oh, I've been uninspired, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, I listened to this podcast. It's so inspirational. It might help you. So he sent it to me. So I decided to check it out. A while later, I listened to the first episode and I loved it so much that I decided to tweet it, and I tagged the 2 hosts, the DJ and the producer. So a couple hours later, I got a DM in my Twitter from Complexion, the DJ from that podcast, and he told me that he was like, oh my God, like what a coincidence. I was recently cleaning out my room or whatever, and I was watching your videos to learn how to like fold clothes and tidy and whatever. And at first in my head, I was like, oh, cool, like what a coincidence, whatever, because a lot of people watch my tidying videos. But on second thought, I thought, like, that is a weird coincidence. It's like such a strange synchronicity. Like these 2 things happened at the same time. Like we watched each other's content, and this was content that was both made in like 2015. Like my videos from tidying are from 2015. His podcast episode was from 2015. So it's like really random that, you know, we crossed paths at the same time like this. So I just thought that was strange and kind of cool. And I don't know, I just wanted to share that. All right, that's it for my May favorites. Please let me know if you have other inspirational, educational, or empowering resources that you'd like to share, because I'm always on the lookout for more stuff to fuel my soul. All right, have a beautiful day. See you next time. Bye.